It's pleasantly cool and overcast here in Beulah today. They're actually predicting rain. For that matter, we are under a flash flood watch starting this afternoon and into this evening. So I thought I would get out and have a little walk before it actually started to rain. Of course, that means it probably won't rain, but hopefully it does. We could still use some moisture around here. I just hope it's not that same 5 inches of rain we had the last time. That was a bit much. And of course, taking a walk is always a good opportunity to just think about stuff. And today what I have on my mind is YouTube, turn around at the gate here, and whether or not YouTube is starting to expect such high quality that it's hard to keep up. Now I should clarify that what I'm talking about is actually a trend among YouTube creators, people like me who make videos, not some official position from YouTube, the platform or the business. Now years ago when YouTube was a new thing, I think pretty much all the videos were shot on cell phones. The quality was really pretty bad. Audio quality was pretty bad. And most of the videos were short and generally kind of goofy in nature. But there was always a certain innocence or amateur quality that made it unique and kind of made it what YouTube was at the time. These days, it seems like YouTube is going more and more into super high quality. People are really focused on that cinematic look, and that's something that gets bandied about on YouTube quite a bit, although everybody has a different opinion on what cinematic is, whether it has to do with the image, the story, or the audio, some combination of all three. And I'm not sure if that's really what YouTube ought to be about. Now certainly this video is going to be less than perfect in quality. I'm doing most of this handheld, which means it might be a little jerky at times, but it adds a certain amount of character to the video that sometimes I kind of like. Admittedly, sometimes it's not the right thing, and the rougher the walk is, right now I'm going up to the cabin, the more shaky this is going to be. And while I really appreciate the content that the more cinematic filmmakers, if you will, are putting out, I just wonder if it's going a little bit too far, and if it may at some point actually outgrow the YouTube platform itself. You know, it really wasn't that long ago that high-def video for YouTube was sort of a new thing and something people were just starting to embrace. Now high-definition 1080p footage is kind of the standard, with more and more people going to 4K. For that matter, a lot of the newer cameras that the high-end YouTube creators are using are shooting in 6K, 8K, they shoot in logs so they can color grade, professional lighting, professional sound systems. I'm using an on-camera microphone right now, a Deity, very good microphone, but because I've been at different distances from the camera, my audio probably isn't exactly the same one shot to the other. And I don't know that that really matters that much. Can I get my point across? Can I bring you along on my day, let you know what I'm thinking in this case, without having perfection? Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with pursuing perfection. I just wonder if once you achieve perfection, if maybe you're not going to be happy with what you got. It's kind of like this old cabin. It was never perfect when it was originally built, and it's going to be far from perfect when we finally get done with it, if we ever get done with it. But we love it nevertheless, and it is a cool old building. It doesn't have to be perfect, and if it was perfect, it wouldn't be the same. At the very least, I think always striving for absolute perfection sucks some of the fun out of making videos. I have fun getting out and doing things, riding the trike, working on the cabin, just going for a walk like I am today, and I enjoy bringing the camera along so you guys can join me and see a little bit about what I'm up to in my ordinary life. But if I had to take every shot 3 or 4 times with different exposure settings and different shutter speeds and different apertures and different microphones and different framing to try and get everything absolutely perfect, making YouTube videos would quickly cease to be any fun. And then of course there's the fun little unique cameras, the gimmicky cameras if you will, things like the Insta360 1X, a GoPro, or even some of the drone footage that isn't absolutely necessary and quite often perhaps is a little bit overdone in some people's videos. Certainly in mine. I have fun flying the drones and I like showing you the drone footage and the 360 camera footage and all that stuff. even though sometimes it may not really add to the story I'm trying to tell at that particular point. But it's half of the fun of making the video, so I still include those things, even if statistically, that's where people tune out and go watch something else. And really, even the cell phone has a purpose for making videos sometimes, even if the quality isn't always the best. Now, do I have some profound point that's going to change the world, or even change YouTube for that matter? No, these are just random thoughts I have while I'm out for a walk. And I thought, instead of you just watching me go for a walk, I'd talk about it a little bit. So thanks for listening. I hope it doesn't keep you up at night thinking about these same silly things I think about. And yes, we did get some more rain, probably another ½ inch.